Hi everyone, it's Lorley from Keenan Recruitment. I'm really delighted to have Liadhan McCourt along from the Simon community today as part of our schedule of events for Belfast Freshers Week 2022. So Liadhan, thank you so much for coming along, and would you like to introduce yourself, tell us a wee bit about you and your role within the Simon community?
Hello, my name's Liadhan McCourt and I am the service manager for several services in the Simon community. My services that I have oversight of include services in Derry, Coleraine, Portadown, Armagh and floating support services in and around the Portadown area as well. But our social work placements, they are based in our Derry services, and that is our general needs and probation approved services in Derry. So that's where our two social workers usually come at the end of August, and we usually maybe take a third year student at the January intake. So my role within the service has evolved over the years. I used to have frontline management and services, but now I manage the managers within the services. So I'm responsible for quality assurance, ensuring service delivery, quality service delivery, but also ensuring that I have good support to the managers, obviously, that I manage and their team.
Oh, thanks, Liadhan, for sharing that. And in terms of the supports that you put in place for students coming in, obviously you mentioned there that you take in from the intake in August and January. What kind of wraparound support would you put in for your students coming into the organisation?
Well, prior to the students coming in, they meet with the project manager, who in this case is Joanne Leonard in Derry. And obviously, for whatever reason, Joanne isn't there, it would be me. And over the years, it has been me. Or they might be lucky enough to maybe get myself and Joanne. So they'll have with their supervisor or practice teacher, they'll have a visit to the service before they actually start, get a look around, get a feel for the service, what we do, potentially meet some of the clients if they're in and around. And then when they come in, they will come in together usually, and we will go through their induction process. So the students will stay together for the period of their induction. In that time, they will have mandatory training that we offer all Simon community staff alongside their training that they need for the university. And we will offer training in safeguarding, we offer it in health and safety, challenging behaviours, naloxone and opioid overdose training. We offer it in needs assessment, risk assessments. So we will give them the training that we would give all our new staff, so they're skilled as well. And that also helps the students when they're filling in their training records for their course. So when they come in, they'll come in together, and then as they finish their induction period, what will happen is the students then will probably go on to like a rota basis. So the students are split up, so they're not together. So they're both having an individual learning as well as being together. We also offer supervision, and Joanne would offer supervision on a regular basis to them. That's more on around case management and case management discussion of the clients, because they're getting their supervision also externally. We also offer wellbeing services within the Simon community, which would be an offer to our clients. So depending what it is, we have a wellbeing practitioner or a wellbeing champion on site, and he is the only male wellbeing champion within the Simon community. So he has monthly wellbeing services that he puts in place and runs. So we're really mindful of the wellbeing aspect of the role as well. Joanne or myself would also provide like an open door policy for the clients, so it's quite informal, where they're just coming and going if they need a bit of guidance within it. But I suppose the big thing for us is ensuring they get the mandatory training, Laura, and ensuring they're as skilled as the staff within the service as well.
Great. It sounds like you've got a real holistic program there, you know, not just the policies and procedures, but also having that kind of warmth and empathy, obviously, and understanding that sometimes, you know, things can be difficult coming into a new organisation, and some of the very tricky services that, you know, you support people across Northern Ireland with. So it's great to know that you do have that open door policy, and you have kind of named representatives that people know to go to.
Yeah.
And So with that in mind, is there any advice you would give any students who are going into maybe their first year or into their first placement that you'd care to share with us?
I suppose it's like any of us get into a new environment, particularly a working environment, but when you're working with students, particularly younger students who are maybe just fresh from grammar or secondary school, and they're very, very nervous, and they have the perceptions of maybe the people that we work with and the stereotypes, you know, and that's a big thing. It can be quite unnerving. I ask them just to be quite open-minded when they come in, because they're obviously chosen this sector and this a degree for a reason, you know, so they have an empathy or an understanding of the work that an ethos of the work that we do. Ask questions is the big thing. While even like anything, when you're going through the induction process and you're just like a nodding dog because you just don't want to kind of, you know, make yourself look silly. If you're unsure, just ask. The staff are always there to support you. It's a learning, it's new. And so if you don't ask and you become overwhelmed, it can be quite nerving, and then it builds into something that doesn't need to be. So if in doubt, just ask. If you're unsure, ask for advice. Take the lead from people that's in the service, and always kind of be from experience, be on time with your assignments, have your work done for your practice teacher coming in, and be prepared, because that could be quite unnerving for students as well. But my thing is, it's new. Don't be frightened to ask questions. No question is ever silly when you're starting, and it'll just build your confidence and it'll build your knowledge. So that is just constantly ask what you need to know.
Oh, that's great advice. Thanks so much, Liadhan. And Liadhan, if someone is interested in maybe taking a placement on the Simon community, either as part of their social work degree or potentially doing some ad hoc work, all of your vacancies, they're found on your Simon community website, which is really interactive. So I definitely direct anyone to come through there. And if anyone's interested in finding a bit more about that or linking in with Liadhan, we'll definitely put her information in that there. So thank you so much for coming along, Liadhan. It's been great to chat to you.
I think it's good to know as well that if somebody has completed their social work degree and they're unsure of what path they want to take, we also offer the AYE. So if somebody sees a job when they come out of university and they're thinking, well, you know, what benefit is that going to, you know, to me? It's something, it's, you know, it's so diverse, but for those social workers who are recently qualified and looking for positions, we offer the AYE as well. So it's not just the students that we like to take in and mentor. There's opportunities for qualified social workers as well. But all the information, as you say, it's on our social media or on our website, Laura.
Oh, that's great, Liadhan. Thank you so much for coming along today and sharing all of that wonderful advice and guidance on how we can get connected with you. So thanks so much for coming along, and have a great afternoon.
Thank you so much, Laura.